would be the average answers for that question from men, what do you think you would be?
So from other people, not from myself.
Correct,
like,
yeah.
I would probably agree, like a 7 or 8.
You think that's what men would rate you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the man, I guess.
On average, what would you just assume?
On average.
Yeah.
Probably like an 8 or 9.
Okay. It's a good question.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that
more
was a
the
good
more the answer
Hold
we're
on,
trying
wait,
to
wait,
get
I
at
got
the
it.
question anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be mean here. Not trying to be mean.
Fuck.
If you were to, like, I don't think, like, a cohort of men is going to rate you on average 8 or 9.
Yeah.
No offense.
Candy Lane jumped in real quick on that one.
Yeah.
What's
no,
that?
non-taken.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I take no offense. But
Wait.
Why wouldn't they, though? I mean, she's pretty.
She's attractive, but,
Oh, I was thinking you meant that she would be.
huh?
No, he was saying if we
No.
asked an honest cohort of men, they would not rate her an
Yeah,
8 or
he's
9.
saying, like,
Just your opinion.
You mean higher?
Here, why don't we ask the
I thought you meant
chat?
higher.
I think it depends
Yeah. Let's-
also on the type of
But chat,
men.
don't be a dickhead just to, like, don't intentionally
Mess
rate her
around.
low. Like,
Be honest.
chat.
Yeah, you could
be
ask the
honest.
chat.
Nick, can you pull up the chat, please?
Okay, go,
How
go,
would you
go.
rate Nick?
Show me.
Make it bigger,
That's
make it
also
bigger.
partly what's seriously wrong with
Okay.
this world, that everybody's so
Oh
hypercritical.
my God, bro.
goodness.
Can you make it
So
bigger?
on average,
Average 6, 7.
between
If you
5 to
send-
7. Average
Okay,
6, it looks
6,
I'm seeing
7.
some 7s.
Be honest,
7.5.
guys.
7.5.
Just looks, by the way, not the whole
9.
stabbing thing.
If
You
you
can't
do-
factor in.
9. Close the chat. I see a 9. Close the 10. Y'all are done. 8.
No, don't factor in the
I don't know
whole
what. 0.
attempted murder thing.
Block them. Block them.
Okay, 6,
It
7.
looks like 7.
Who said the negative? It looks like I saw a 9. I don't know. I'm happy. Who rated me 9?
Do you have an accent? Where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Oh, okay. Checks out.
All right. Whoever did 8 or 9 gets a free subscription and photo.
Good talk. Wait, so both of you said that all women should view themselves as 10s. Do you think all men should view themselves as 10s?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because I want you to love yourself. I want you to think highly of yourself. I want you to feel confident in yourself. I don't want you to think
agree.
down about yourself.
This is why women give terrible dating advice, bro.
Like, I don't want you to feel down. Yeah, I want you to love yourself.
I mean, don't you think it's a bit
I mean, you're going to hate
delusional?
yourself sometimes.
But don't you think it's a bit delusional?
I hate
It's
myself
not
sometimes.
realistic, but it doesn't mean you don't want it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to hate yourself sometimes, obviously, but sometimes you're going to love yourself.
Here's the reality. It's important for men to have self-confidence, but if I'm a guy and I'm rating myself a 10, what I'm subconsciously communicating to myself is there's no room for improvement. I'm perfect
That's
the way that
true.
I am, which
I
is
haven't looked at
ridiculous.
it in that way.
I think that's a really stupid way for guys to look at themselves.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's a smart way for women to look at themselves.
Well, when you say that, that makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Now, it's important to have self-confidence, but delusional self-confidence, I don't think helps anybody.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I'm delusional self-confidence. I
You
think
don't
I'm
think
just
so?
self-confident because I still think I have room for improvement.
But like I
You
said,
feel
it
like your
I think all the
self-confidence is
time-
absolutely rational?
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time I know if I'm at my healthiest and I work out every day and I do this, like I can be like the best, you know?
So-
I'm just,
so-
but if I think low of myself that day, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to work out. So I'm going to think really high of myself so I can keep bettering myself.
Okay, so you said like
So I know I get there.
objectively speaking, you feel like you're like an 8 or a 9, so you just barely have room for improvement,
Yeah, I
but
just
not
gotta,
much.
I mean, I got more room. I got to keep pushing. I got to keep
an
pushing.
incentive.
Yeah.
I also see what you're saying, but then I also think it's good to not be delusional in the other way where you constantly feel like you have to be better and better and
Nick,
better because
there's
I
a-
feel like that can be like
What are you striving
harmful.
for then?
I disagree with that.
I think it can
I would
make
say
you unhappy sometimes. Like I feel like a lot of people can end up with like certain things like
I
self-loathing.
disagree.
Yeah.
eating disorders of
Yeah.
some way.
That's
Yeah.
Zach Quest
Hold on, just-
2000
we'll
donated
go back to this.
$99.
But again, that
Hey,
depends
please
on
One
just
second.
follow you on Instagram. Chat, make sure to follow him on Instagram. Jesus is king.
Hey, appreciate that, Zach. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my username is @sovereignbra with an H on the end.
Sovereign.
To your point, though, yeah, with the eating disorder stuff, I think that's usually
Yeah.
more common with women. But I would agree that if somebody's too hard on themselves, it can spiral into self-loathing,
Yeah.
despair, depression, so on and so forth. What I disagree with, though, is the idea that men shouldn't be hard on themselves. I think personally, I'm like ruthlessly hard on myself, and I have been for
Do
the
you
past
think
10
just
years.
men, or you just mean like people in?
Well, women, it's different,
Yeah.
okay? Here's the thing. Women who are hard on themselves, they typically have like, oh my my gosh.
Christopher Wood donated $99. I feel really stupid for spending $100 to talk to
Oh,
people
man.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
But at least I didn't pay way more than $100 to get a nose that is worse than my original nose. Fake noses do not look nicer. They are noticeably weird.
Who is this directed to? I don't.
Me.
It's directed to her.
Oh.
Do you want to respond to that?
I mean, I don't think he would have noticed I had a nose job unless I said it, so.
I would have never known. I would have never known. I didn't
He
notice.
donated $99. It's important to know your objective looks rating of yourself for dating. I'm 24, already balding, slightly overweight, and way lower than average P. I can be confident and working on myself but still be realistic for my future.
Respect, bro.
Absolutely. Yep.
Respect.
Really,
Well put, well put.
respect.
To finish the point that I was making a second ago, I think when women are really hard on themselves, they'll be hard on themselves about their physical appearance, they'll be hard on themselves about their bodies, so on and so forth. That can spiral into self-loathing, that can lead to, like you said, eating disorders. Plastic surgery is one way that women will try to fix it. And the solution for that oftentimes is, you're right, loving oneself, but also taking
Yeah.
good care of oneself. With men, though, like, I think the issue in the world is that not enough men are ruthlessly critical of themselves and hard enough on themselves. I think a lot of dudes are lazy.
Yes, I
think
agree, actually.
women are very frustrated by how many men are just like not striving in life.
comfortable.
Yeah, they're comfortable. They're not getting after it. They're not working to build their value. And like early in my 20s, I took like very sober inventory of myself and my life. And I was like, okay, I need to get this, and this in shape. And I worked really hard on it. And I still do to this day. And I think when men don't do that, they end up not building their value, and men find their confidence in their value, right? You guys are talking about men having like high self-esteem. Men should think
Yeah.
of themselves as 10s. As a guy, I'm not just going to think of myself as a 10 because I'm like, oh, wow, I think I'm perfect. I'm going to have confidence in myself because I know that I have aspects to my life, yes, that can back it up.
Okay, I agree with that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I also think that kind of goes like person to person as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, based on like mental and stuff like that.
Certainly.
And then I also think with the men thing, it's the difference between a boy and a man.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, and there's different different ideals for what men and women have to achieve in life, and men strive to achieve success, and it's different for women. Women strive for the most part, vanity type of aspirations. But men strive for successful careers, successful attractiveness in terms of like your physical fitness and et cetera.
Yeah, and I like the message that I try to preach to dudes is like, it's okay to not be enough and to realize it as long as you're working towards becoming
Yeah,
the best
absolutely.
version of yourself. You know, like you don't have to hate yourself if you're not enough, but like even successful dudes that are resting on their laurels, like if you get lazy, like your value's gonna slip. Dudes that don't have much value, if they're just like sitting around not doing anything with their lives, like the right kind of women that they really want probably won't end up wanting them. You know, like
Yeah.
it's as a man, it's good to always be striving to be better.
I
you
agree
know?
with you. I think just like the innocent, like sweetness of me wants everyone to feel really good about themselves.
Understandable.
The only difference there, though, is that when it comes to getting sexual attention from the opposite sex, the treatment that men and women get is very different.
Yes.
So women can think they're a 10 and it's not going to slap them in the face, but if a guy thinks he's a 10, if a guy thinks he's hot shit, he's not going to be assuming he's not, right?